Hey, what's up, guys? Today we're going to be talking about a newer coin. It is a fork of Ravencoin, and they are trying to position themselves around DeFi, decentralized finance. It is on the KAWPOW mining algorithm, the same algorithm that's basically a custom version of ProgPow, which Ravencoin pioneered, and it was just listed on an exchange. So it's not just a speculative coin that you can't mine or buy if you should choose to do so. So today we're going to be reviewing Zelantus, everything that goes into this, how to create your own token on their platform, as well as how to mine this newer cryptocurrency, and all of our research, everything in between. So let's do it. First impressions of their website, I'm honestly, I'm not thrilled. I mean, this looks like Zcash's logo. We've got basically Bitcoins going on here, but I don't want to write them off just yet because I do like the fact that it's a mineable cryptocurrency. Okay, so if people want more proof of work cryptocurrencies, they want more mineable coins, okay, especially GPU mineable coins, you can't just write off every GPU mineable project that shows up. In full transparency, this is a sponsored review, but you guys know that we keep it real here on VoskCoin. So we're going to look at the pros and we're going to look at the cons today. So briefly, let me show you how quick and easy it is to get up to speed mining this. Okay, so we've got this linked out in the video description below. It's tips and tricks and downloads for GPU mining Ravencoin, okay? But we're not talking about Ravencoin, but it's a Ravencoin fork. It's the same algorithm, okay? All this stuff works. You just got to put a different pool and wallet address in there. So there's a lot of good information, in my opinion, in here, talking about overclocks, talking about miners, talking about settings, and again, everything in between, extra resources, and engage with the community here if you should have any questions. You can do this with Windows, you can do this with Simple Miner, SMOS, you can do this with whatever you want to do. Okay, it just has to have that miner loaded on there. So if I just put this search in, you'll see I already have this config set up. So again, Zelantus, this will be on Lucky Pool, not to be confused with a Luck Pool, and we're using the latest T-Rex miner right there. And this is going to be for NVIDIA. If you would like to use AMD, there's Team Red Miner, and then the KAWPOW miner, and a couple other options for Ravencoin. So I have these options put in there. Once you do that, it is as simple as clicking on the rig that you would like to change. And we can just hit Z. Well, of course, there's a million Z coins. Okay, that was the wrong Z coin. We're going to use this Z coin. We'll get that a second to reboot, and then I will show you the performance there. Here you can see an update from when I am mining Ethereum. You can see the hash rates and everything going on here. You'll see the rig reboot here. It'll be applying the overclock settings. I haven't changed the overclock settings to ones that are a little bit better with mining Ravencoin as opposed to Ethereum, but it's gonna be close enough for this video. As you can see, this DAG file is being generated right here. It's about 1 gig, which means that you should be able to mine this with a 2 GB or larger graphics card. And we can see that we have now started to successfully mine. So you can see our mining performance there. So let's go ahead and check it on the pool side. I will just grab the wallet address real quick, like that, and I will come over here to the pool side. We'll click on your stats, put your wallet address in, and from there you can see that we have already started to register here on the pool, and in this time frame we've already earned about 0.39 ZELS, the abbreviation ticker symbol for Zelantus. If you're wondering about where to get that wallet address, there's a couple options. You can simply mine to the exchange Altilly, which, to be clear, I've never used this exchange before. This is like their Twitter, and but it has an older account. I haven't dug into it a ton. When your option is one of one, well, you don't have really a ton of options now, do you? I don't think this is a fantastic exchange, but I think being listed on an exchange period is a big deal for a project starting out. So that's always, good and great. So we do have a referral code in the video description below. If you do decide to sign up and use that, we always appreciate that. Obviously, you can just download the wallet, which I'm going to show you here in a second, and get an address that way. But grabbing your address off of their exchange here is pretty easy. Click, copy address. There's your address. Currently, they have builds for Linux and Windows as far as a wallet goes. You can grab this here. We're using the QT wallet. and I'll have this link down in the video description below. And we did run this through VirusTotal, and it did not return any viruses in that, and so far it's, it seems to be fine. I know some people are very skeptical of new projects and new wallets, understandably so. Also, if you're wondering, here's Zcash's logo. Nice. Anyway, once you get the wallet going, you will notice that, well, this is what it looks like. If you want to get an address, I mean, it's the QT wallet. If you've ever used Ravencoin, you've got it there. So we can just put, whatever wallet name you want right there, and you will get that address. You can copy address, and now again, we have that wallet generated. You can click on here, you can see your transactions, you can see your incoming, you can see your outgoing. We created an asset. And so that kind of brings me to my next piece. And this is how they are trying to position themselves as DeFi, right? So decentralized finance, creating tokens, maybe creating a personal token, which we'll touch on that here a bit more in a second. But it's very simple. And the cool part about this is these ZELs are burned. Okay, so these Zelantus coins are burned. So let's say I want to make Vosk, right? And let's say my favorite number is 43, and I don't want this to be reissuable. I can check the availability. Looking good. I can go ahead and create this asset. Click, click. Done, boom, broadcast to the network. And now that updated, you can see I have Vosk here. I also made VoskCoin, and you can make whatever you want. It's the same thing with creating assets on Ravencoin in that regard. Again, this is a Ravencoin fork, so it shouldn't seem too crazy if you've ever followed or been involved with anything regarding to Ravencoin. Their big pitch here is the personal DeFi for everyone, and basically marketing themselves around creating your own token and reserving space on the blockchain. But let's dig a bit into their project, right? So let's go ahead and look at their announcement on Bitcoin Talk. This is an age-old thing. Basically, most projects used to have an announcement. People are getting away from Bitcoin Talk because Bitcoin Talk sucks. One of the many reasons why we're making VoskCoin Talk. Literally a better version of Bitcoin Talk. It's just cryptocurrency form. Anyway, I don't like Bitcoin Talk or the developers, or the moderators there. Either way, still a good resource. Can't deny that. So we got some details here. The pre-mine, there is a pre-mine on this project, to be clear, 1.75% per dev and 1.75% for community and marketing exchanges. Okay, so this is what I don't like. Clarify that. Well, what does that mean? Okay. Also, the block reward is 50 ZELs, not 5, and the algorithm is KAWPOW. The other details are correct, and again, they're using the Bitcoin emission schedule here. So looking around, they've got 3 anonymous developers. I have not been able to dig up any information on those anonymous developers. So that's 5.25% and 1.75% for marketing. So they pre-mined 7% or 1.47 million Zelantus coins, ZELS, which really just keeps reminding me of Zelcash and Zel, which I'm not super thrilled about that ticker, but again, I get why they used it as well. Kind of brings me to my next point though, what is Zelantus? Good question. How about Lelantus? Major inspiration for Zelantus is providing an appropriate privacy solution for the issuance of tokens. It is currently lacking on Ravencoin. Their lead developer, completely unknown, right, was inspired by the work of Zcoin's Aram Javanian. Probably said your name wrong, sorry. His Lelantus solution is a great compromise between the more exotic solutions such as ZK Snarks and the less anonymous solutions like Mixers and CoinJoin. Lelantus is very technical, to the point we're not going to go into it in today's video. We've partially dove into it before, but I'll have it linked out if you want to read more about it. Bottom line, very good, very cool. Want to see more of it. It's not a very long white paper. You'll see a couple other things in it, but the main thing you'll keep seeing is their whole DeFi for everyone focus with these personal tokens. Okay, and if we do some investigation, right, we go to their Twitter and we look at what they're promoting, we look at who they're interacting with. This Alec Mesmej guy has to be involved in some way, shape, or form. whether that's from a marketing point of view, or perhaps he's one of the anonymous developers here. But basically, he thinks he's freaking awesome for making his own coin named after himself on Uniswap. Wow, 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 wow. I will say one of the coolest things is the fact that this project is already on exchange. We've seen so many newer mineable cryptocurrencies come out, and they go months and months and months without seeing an exchange listing. It's just kind of crazy. You know, obviously you pay to get on this exchange. They list you if you pay. But I mean, if you've never been listed anywhere, a lot of exchanges will still say no, even if you try to pay them. We've heard about it, we've seen it, stuff like that. So for example, we've got 5,000 ZELS in our balance here. And I mean, you know, this is the most basic trading example, right? But let's take this, okay? So we'll take that and we'll take that quantity. We'll sell these coins, click, click, sell, sell. And from there, you can see our sell order was completed. We tested one earlier. And with that, what we were able to do, we just boom, boom, done. It's just that easy. I tested this earlier, successfully withdrew from the exchange. I've successfully deposited into this exchange as well. So I was able to get big. I was able to put altcoins in, and I was able to take Bitcoin out, because I know a lot of people, you know, they wonder that, right? Whether you want to get into this from a speculative point of view, whether it's spec mining or whatever. Evaluating the pros and cons of this project, I mean, I see a lot of borrowed pieces from other cryptocurrency projects, but that's kind of the whole world of open source, right? Obviously, they're trying to capitalize on all the DeFi hype right now. A lot of projects are. I'm not faulting them for that, not by any means. And they have named themselves by an extension based off of Lelantus, calling themselves Zelantus, and I absolutely hate the logo, to be honest. You look like Zcash, you even have a similar color. I think it's fantastic that they're already listed on a cryptocurrency exchange. I know I said it before, but I'll say it again. You'd be astonished at how many projects struggle to just basically never do that. It takes such a long time, you forget. Honestly, I'm not really thrilled on the anonymous developer thing. I'd like to see who's working on this, what their background is, what they've worked on before. I think in the current state of cryptocurrency, like, you need good teams that inspire people to get involved. The days of just full-blown anonymous projects, I mean, for better and worse, I think those days have come and gone. Sure, we'll see a couple anonymous projects in, you know, the future take off and do well, but I think we're going to see a lot more non-anonymous projects do well. Obviously, I love that it's mineable, and the fact that it's GPU mineable is even cooler. I like that they're using a newer GPU mining algorithm, say not being like an ETH hash clone. They're taking KAWPOW. I would really like to see them customize it, because it's a very customizable mining algorithm. Okay, we've talked about that before. I would like to see them make their own version of KAWPOW. ZCAPOW, ZPOW, whatever they want to name it. That's cool, that's fine, go ahead. But I think that's a big step in legitimizing this project, and to be honest, until they make their own unique mining algorithm, I will look down on them just like I look down on every project that doesn't make their own unique mining algorithm. Okay, and just to be clear, even if you don't do it initially, if you finally come around and do that, that's great. I can get down with that. I can respect that. I know that just creating this in the beginning can be a bit overwhelming, or maybe you want to take something tried and true, or maybe you're worried about miner support. You know, that's a good worry. So if you're looking for a new speculative DeFi GPU mineable cryptocurrency, when you say it like that, it sounds pretty good, right? Then maybe this is up your alley. I will say that this is clearly a risky project. We've elaborated on that in this video and the different points we've made throughout it. Which is why I think the fact that you can mine into this instead of just spending money on it could be a really good opportunity to kind of hedge your risk and maybe get involved with the project. I invite you to join their Discord server, interact with their team and community, and see if you like it. If not, hey, you don't. If you do, maybe you found the next big project or one that you want to be involved with, either as a community member or a contributor. I don't know. I do know that I appreciate you watching the video this long, so I appreciate if you hit I said appreciate twice. That's just not good. Well, it'd be great if you hit the thumbs up, leave a comment below, and let me know your thoughts on Zelantus. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see y'all on the next video.